finally, after years of trying, we've managed to grab this man, Mick Gordon. Doom, the soundtrack's just come out. There have been people who have been more excited about the soundtrack than the game. Seriously, comments all over YouTube. How's it been for you?
Yeah, good. I mean, Doom was obviously a really, really fun project. So I think what was great was we were given the opportunity to actually give the soundtrack a proper treatment, which was really cool. Rather than just kind of pulling the music straight out of the game and releasing it, it was kind of able to do our own thing. So we were able to get those voice files in there and all the different arrangements and stuff like that. It was really cool. What was most amazing about that was the support from the fans. The fans were the ones that really made that a success. And seeing that soundtrack sitting right up next to Beyonce on the charts was crazy. And that's totally down to the fans. The fans are the most important thing.
So we'll just backtrack a little bit, because quite often game soundtracks are literally, here is the audio from the game that we've just pulled out, stuck it onto a CD, off you go kids, listen to that. You guys actually remixed and remastered everything, so what you're hearing is actually slightly different to what's in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So the music that's in the game exists solely for the purpose of being in the game. So the way it's arranged for the game purpose doesn't really make the most sense to listen to on the outside of the project, which is kind of the thing. So what we did then is just basically use that as building blocks to kind of build proper arrangements and things on. And I was able to carve a kind of soundtrack experience that represented the game experience, but kind of, created the sort of best archival version of the music at the same time, which was kind of cool. And I felt that was really important for the franchise and did the due justice as well. The big inspiration for that was obviously War of the Worlds, and I love that, absolutely love that, listening to that as a kid. So yeah, having the kind of music that was segmented into 4 different parts that were different, spread up between the voiceover files, that was really cool. It was great to be able to do that stuff.
Now, for people who haven't paid attention to what actually went into behind the scenes for Doom, everybody knows a guitar has 6 strings, a bass guitar has 4 strings. That wasn't the case for Doom.
No, not at all. I ended up getting a 9-string guitar, and the cool thing about the 9-string guitar is you have the regular 6-string guitar, and then you have an extra 3 strings obviously on the bottom, but those 3 strings go down as low as a 5-string bass. So it's like having a 5-string bass on the bottom of your 6-string guitar, which is really, really cool. But no, we used a bunch. We had a 7-string guitar on Doom as well. We had an 8-string guitar, which I have here today for PAX, which is going to be a lot of fun. Then the 9-string guitar. I actually ended up getting rid of the 9-string guitar because it was just too crazy. So I gave it away to a friend of mine. So so it was kind of cool though. Well, what's weird is that you only have a limited amount of fingers, right? So when you've got a 9-string guitar, you really kind of limit yourself as to what you can do. So when you grab the guitar, you kind of hit that low bottom string and go bow, and that's all you can really do. That's it. So it's kind of limited with options. Even though it looks like you're getting more for your buck, I just like really, really not. So yeah.
For miles. I wonder if there's anything in this world worth saving. Desolation, tyranny, enemy of endless might. I'm wondering if I have any friends left standing. Fuzzy! Comes down to it, I'll fight alone. But I promise you this. Friends, if this is where they're keeping you, I will find you and set you free.
Before Doom, there was Wolfenstein, which had some pretty interesting sort of 60s influences. It was a very different project.
Yeah, absolutely. What was the really cool thing about Wolfenstein was just being able to revisit that franchise. And I was a huge fan of the game when I was a kid. I really loved that game. It really just scared the hell out of me when I was younger. And being able to kind of revisit that stuff, but with real modern eyes, especially through a really strong storytelling component. The team over at Machine Games are absolutely geniuses with game design components and with the story design as well. And it was really, really fun to kind of create a really strong narrative experience around Wolfenstein. Everybody said it couldn't be done, and they managed to pull it off, which was really, really cool.
That was the game that everyone's been comparing to Tarantino in terms of storytelling, so we're hoping to be able to revisit that one soon too.
Well, Old Blood was a great experience as well. I got to work with Tex Perkins for that, right? So yeah, Tex was a great guy to hang out with for a couple of days and things, doing the version of The Partisan that we did for that. And so yeah, I mean, there's lots of really, really cool opportunities that come up with that sort of franchise, so it's really cool stuff.
I'm sorry about your legs.
Don't be. I've learned how to fly.
Things are never going to fit, Caroline.
Yes, they will. Trust me.